This is ABC 15 News.
Sheriff Joe Arpaio forced to fix problems after a review finds his office misspent up to $80 million taxpayer dollars. Thanks for choosing us tonight. I'm Katie Rammel.
And I'm Steve Irvin. We're learning tonight that money will have to be repaid. ABC 15's Angie Holdsworth is live tonight. And Angie, where is the money going to come from?
Well, that's kind of the big question, because it really would have to come from the general fund, which is already very tight. Now, some people are looking at this misuse of money and saying that it was deliberate and criminal.
The biggest misspending of restricted funds, certainly in the history of Arizona.
Serious allegations against the sheriff's office, charges at lavish resorts, misuse of credit cards, and dipping into the restricted voter-approved jail fund to pay for patrol salaries and field operations.
Whether that's the MACE unit, whether it's some of the sweeps, whether it's some of the other programs where the sheriff turns out 30 or 40 or 50 people, we never could really figure out where those personnel were coming from. Well, now we know.
The Office of Management and Budget revealed up to $80 million of misused money after the sheriff turned over about 70 boxes worth of financial records this summer.
A lot of this information caught us by surprise.
Interim Chief Deputy Sheriff Jerry Sheridan acknowledges some problems, but denies accusations that the office was keeping separate books.
It's very complicated, and that's what I'm disappointed with. What I might consider to be a very large number, a very inflated number.
I believe that the sheriff's office may be incapable of fixing this.
The board approved several mandates to be implemented within the next month that would make sure there's more oversight of the sheriff's budget. The board also required that cost-saving measures be determined in order to eventually reimburse the loss.
$80 million from our budget is a lot of money. Where is it going to come from? Is it going to come from a park closure? Is it going to come from our health department? You know, these are things that will be affected.
And the board did indicate that they would take even more extreme steps if the sheriff's office does not comply with their mandates. And those extreme steps could include bringing in the feds that would set up a sort of a receivership of sort that would basically take over all the operations and the budget down to the very penny. Now, all this information that was revealed at the board supervisors meeting this morning will also be turned over to the U.S. Attorney to determine if there's anything criminal going on here. Live here in Phoenix, I'm Angie Holdsworth, ABC 15 News.